There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a multimillionaire. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy and have a nice home and take care of your family. But the system will tell you, you have to work, you have to be an employee. When you realize that the way to make money, the way to liberate yourself isn't through the ways of the system. It's not through a 9-to-5. It's through self-development. It's through the understanding of the game. It's through understanding how the system works and understanding how to exploit the system to your advantage, because there's loopholes that were created intentionally by people that created the rules of the system that you abide by. So ladies and gentlemen, if failure was not an option and you couldn't fail and money wasn't an obstacle and money wasn't real, what would you do? Who would you become? What would be bred out of that desire for greatness? I don't know about you, but in my book, in my opinion, I can't lose, because losing is something that is designed for people that quit and for people that fail. I don't fail. I learn. I reevaluate. I analyze. I cross-examine. I fine-tune. I refine my craft. Maybe not now in my mid-20s, but in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s, in my 80s, in my 100s, I will have refined my craft, because it's a process of self-development. So if you couldn't fail because failure is not an option, because failure isn't real, who would you become? So ladies and gentlemen, get woke.
But imagine every single day, instead of saying, oh, my day sucks, instead of getting up and being like, oh, life is terrible, instead of complaining about your friends and your neighbors and your coworkers, imagine your entire mindset was just like, it's possible to get to the next level. It's possible to be great. It's possible to make more money. It's possible to be more healthy. And your entire perspective on life, your worldview was positive. Even if you had to lie yourself into believing that. Sometimes you have to create a delusion, right? A delusion that is so far out there that people will think you're crazy. Your mind is programmable. The question is, who will program it? Will you program your mind? Or will your mind be programmed by other men, by circumstances around you? Weak men think that the circumstances that are around them are created by chance, right? That it's just random, it's accidental. It's an accident. But then you have the people that understand that circumstances are created. They don't just occur, they are created. That you then have the ability to create the circumstances in the life that you want. Oh, I can? Yes, you can. But you have to believe that it's possible, right? So understanding that it's possible by doing what? Transform who you are by renewing your mind. Sometimes you have to hit reset on the computer. Sometimes you have to hit update. But people are running on the same trains of thoughts and the same information that gave them the problems in the first place. No wonder you're not learning new data sets. You're not learning new information. You're not becoming a new person. Believe and you will achieve.
Learning new data sets. Can you tell people what that means?
So what are data sets? Data sets are things that you learn as you venture the map, right? So we live in a quest map. You have the quest. But you have your main quest. Your main quest may be to get married, to get rich. Whatever that main quest is, there's times where you need to take side quests. And these side quests are going to allow you to get power-ups. They're going to allow you to get secret information. They're going to allow you to meet secret individuals that, had you not taken these side quests that are going to make you more powerful to complete the main quest, you would have not unlocked. Life is just a video game, ladies and gentlemen. Self-education will never betray you. You have to sit down. You don't like to read books? Nobody gives a the marketplace doesn't care, dude. Yeah. You're not going to learn everything on YouTube. Like, that's what people don't seem to understand. You're not going to learn everything on YouTube. Sometimes you have to crack open the book. Sometimes you have to study. Yeah. But people think that studying is what you used to do in school. No, go study a topic that interests you. You can't be out here scrolling on TikTok 24/7 with dopamine hits, thinking that you're going to get financial literacy off of a TikTok short. You have to become self-educated, because most of the education that we have is education of the system. Mm-hmm. It's not self-education, it's indoctrination. And we despise that. And most people at the age of 6, they're not good at math. And they get told, oh, you're not good at math at the age of 6. Yeah. So they grow up their entire life saying, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at reading. So their entire life, they don't develop foundational skills to live their life. You need a foundation. Unless you have a foundation, you cannot build anything sustainable on top of it. I want to gain an advantage in the marketplace by uncovering the information and the knowledge that is not mainstream. If everybody's, no offense, right? If everybody's out here reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, what advantage do you have? Yeah. If everybody's reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, which is a great book, but what advantage do you have? Yeah. So you need to be able to acquire information and knowledge that will be able to set you apart. And that means that you have to explore for that information, like a library, right? You can't just go to the trending section. If you want to go to specific knowledge, you have to search. There's conspiracy theories that I won't even entertain. Why? Well, for the simple fact that they don't benefit my life in any way, shape, or form. People are talking about, oh, the earth is this shape or that shape. Is it going to make any difference to my finances? Is it going to make any difference to my relationships? No. Okay, so I don't care about that, right? I don't care why, because it has no foundational difference to my life. How money works has a big impact on my life. How the educational system was conjured up, which is based on the Prussian school system to create workers and basically slave-minded bots. That's a conspiracy that ended up actually being true.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if life gave you a ton of shit, and that was the action, then by universal law, what is the reaction? Maybe life is about to give you everything, but unless you know how to capture it, unless you know how to take advantage of it, unless you can spot it, you might miss out.
If you've made it this far in the video and you haven't liked, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends and your family what we're all about. And you know what? That's what it's all about. It's about pursuing life. It's about experiencing life. It's about elevating, and it's about pursuing your fullest potential.